Hello, guys. Welcome back.
Hey, guys, welcome back to Type Shit Podcast, a podcast where we talk a whole bunch of shit, some relatable and some not. For today's episode, we have an
Our
extremely,
favorite.
extremely important guest. Introduce yourself.
Angie. Hi. You don't know me already. I'm the other sister, the twin sister. My
Yeah.
twin sister. Hi. I'm happy to be here. I'm low-key nervous.
Where have you been?
Right, tell us,
They
talk
want to
to us.
know. They keep asking about you.
Yeah, they do.
Kind of
I've
pissing
been
me off.
traveling, guys. I've just been doing my own little thing, having fun,
Enjoying life,
enjoying life
living her best
out of
life.
LA.
She's been escaping the gloomy LA.
Yeah.
Shit. Because this weather is,
right?
yeah, of course, it's type shit. Like,
It's been having fun. I'm like in and out. I don't spend much time here.
yeah, you literally like come.
Lately.
Yeah, she'll just come for like what, a couple days. So we just had to grab her while she's hot, you know? To grab her while she's here because she's so
here.
outside. Good. We're glad to have you here, and we're also like really, really happy that, well, not happy because it is a sensitive topic, the topic we're going to be talking about today, but we are very much grateful that it is us three today talking about this topic, just because of the fact that it is extremely, extremely important. It has to do a lot with women's well-being and abortions. That's really the topic we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be going off of a lot of serious conversations and also kind of having a little bit like fun time as well with
Right.
maybe not so serious towards the end too. So yeah, guys.
Started. All right. So how do you guys feel about abortions? Oof. I mean, I feel like every woman, it should be their choice to do what they want with their bodies. Like, it's obviously not an easy thing. I feel like it's definitely hard mentally. Yeah, to have to go through that physically. The fact that we get to have like the choice to do that if we aren't prepared or not, not with the right partner to bring a baby into this world or whatever it is. Or even like when, because sometimes women, sadly they get raped and then they end up pregnant and like, just to like deal with that, like, and stay with that in your mind, like, oh, raising that kid and you're like looking at that kid and seeing the person that raped you and them and like, that's hard. So I guess that's why women do make the choice to get the abortion.
Yeah.
And I feel like it is very like mentally draining and like physically like painful, but everybody has their choice. I feel like it's for their well-being,
Yeah. How do you guys feel like, now that you guys brought up choice, like how do you guys feel about all these laws that are being passed and all these abortion bans and everything like that? Women now have to like fly to different states to get an abortion, like, because they can't get an abortion in the state that they're living. Like, how do you guys feel about that?
I don't know. I feel like that's terrible. Like, it's
Like, men are making these decisions for us.
That's the shitty part about it. I mean, I also do understand that, like, it is like, the whole thought of that, like, oh, you are killing, like, it's a sin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I do understand that. So that's like the tricky part about it. But like, it is the woman's choice. Like, you know what I mean? Like, a man shouldn't like, make that decision exactly or make a law about it.
Because they're not the ones that are actually pregnant. Like,
Exactly. They don't go through the actual.
changing.
They don't have to deal with the whole thing
Right.
about being a parent. Yeah, because that shit is not easy. So, and then especially raising a child by yourself, like that's not. It's just not okay. A man's choice to like put that like a law. I don't know.
Right.
That's kind of crazy to me.
I personally feel like I do understand where they're coming from because, I'm all pro-life 1,000% through and through. But I just feel like everyone's situation is so different that option should still be an option. Like they should still be able, like, it's not even saying like every woman is going to have an abortion. Like, oh my gosh, like we're going to have so many like abortions that everyone's just going to be like,
you're just popping.
Yeah, like everyone's just going to be, oh yeah, like I can have a kid because I know I can have an abortion. Like, it's not that. It's just like for women that do go through things like rape, like that's mass serious. Like a lot of that's traumatizing to even think like, okay, now I'm going to give birth to this baby. And then when that baby grows up, like how that baby was conceived. How are you going to tell that child that, oh yeah, you're dad raped me, or you know what I'm saying? Like how would you even have that conversation with a child when, because you know, like as a kid, me, like I always wanted to know about my dad, like 1,000%, you know, and
we were very curious,
you know, like very curious. So I can only imagine like kids do grow up and be like, hey, like where's dad? Hey, where's mom? Like, so imagine having to have that conversation. So I just feel like every woman should have that option, because it's like,
and it doesn't even have to be just them. It doesn't even have to be just about rape. Like, it's like you're dealing with someone that's very physically abusive or mentally abusive to you. And so you just think about like, oh, how would my kid be raised by this man? Or like, even if you guys are not together, he will always be part of the life. That life.
It's like so much.
It's so,
yeah. So it's a very hard topic, but I believe a woman should have their right, no matter what. The right for anything, though. Like, if a woman wants to do whatever she wants to do with her body, then it's her choice.
How do you think in regards to like religion, like people that don't,
that's the tricky part,
that don't believe in it? And what about the people that were like raised in real,
a lot of the cases are girls that want to go through it, but they believe in their religion, or like how they were raised is like their religion.
Like us, like you see, like we're very Catholic, and it's just like, and our grandmother always told us like the one thing you should not do it, or like the sin you should not commit is abortion. And I understand that, you know what I mean, but it's like, you know, we're in a society that like
she also thinks
crazy.
She also thinks having sex out of wedlock is a sin too, but I'm just like, out of wedlock, like when you're not married, I'm like,
also are a different generation.
Yes, that's super important too.
I don't know, I'm not very.
Did you guys ever have like a pregnancy scare or like an abortion scare before?
Or
I've had, I feel like having a pregnancy scare is like,
I think
it's
common.
Like
every girl at least once at a certain age
has thought about
a pregnancy scare.
Yeah,
1,000.
That shit is not okay.
You can conceive I feel like
easily. Yeah, it's so easy to have a baby, guys. So please keep in mind that it is very easy to have a baby.
Just wear
a condom, and even if you think the condom might have popped, ripped, whatever, or even if the guy that you're having sex with, you really don't trust him, because some of these guys
will pop that shit.
Will do a little hole just because they want to lock you up. And also some of the women too.
Women are worse. I feel like
women are very deceiving at times, where they're like, oh, I'm gonna lock him down, whatever. We have some stories that we're gonna chat about.
A
lot of women, we have heard it all, seen it all. Like a lot of women will do some crazy shit just to lock a man down. Exactly. Those are stories we could definitely talk about for sure. Like,
so what's a story that you know about?
I feel like if you don't see a partner, I feel like if I date, I gotta see if I could.
1,000%.
Marry this person, have a family with this person, because things happen.
Yeah.
Have you ever been with someone though, like that you like? Let's say like it's not even someone that you're like taking super serious or whatever. Like it's just someone that, like, let's say you're just like having casual sex with, because you know that's common now too. But let's say someone you're having casual sex with,
like a fucking buddy,
like y'all smashed and here and there.
Better word.
How would you feel about becoming pregnant with that fucking buddy?
I wouldn't, but that's the thing is, like, personally,
I wouldn't have a fucking buddy that I
do the fucking buddy thing. I feel like it's I date to be. I don't know. I think I'm a lover girl, so I think really reside with me.
But shit happens though.
Yeah, shit does happen. And that's why we have the option.
And that's where the option is.
Like, before it becomes an abortion thing, I think you should be very careful. Like, yourself.
I get that.
And there's always option of a plan B pill right after that if something does happen.
But those are getting banned too, though. Now.
Yeah, they are. But how do
they don't even got the option to do plan B?
We didn't even. We never even took. What is that?
You guys never been on birth control?
On birth control.
Yes, we could talk about that.
I've never taken
not get to the abortion part. I feel like, you know.
Like, I'll talk about my birth control.
Yes,
because y'all know I was on birth control. I lost my virginity at 15. Everyone relax. Everyone chill.
Shit happened.
Like, shit happened to me. But I was with that person for like 5 years.
Yeah.
So
you guys know each other. You guys know each other.
We grew up, like, we literally like knew each other. If you're seeing this, So whatever, like, but my mom, as soon as she found out, like, my mom knew instantly. Like, my mom knew.
Your parents know. I mean,
Your mom already having.
But women have a strong. Your body changes. Your
right. Your mood, you change it. Like our grandma, like mom, our grandma and our mom are so like in tune with our bodies and us. Like my mom knew off rip. She literally walked into my room. I was in the room with my boyfriend.
Oh gosh.
She walked into the room and kept the room open, like kept the door open and was like, so when did y'all start fucking? And just like that, like straight up, just like that. Like our mom is very blunt. That's why we are the way we are. Like she's very much like.
Was that really how she found out? I feel like I don't know.
Oh no, remember she went out to dinner with his parents and the mom was chatting.
His mom told her.
Yeah, his mom was like, oh, I found her. She was wrong too, by the way. She literally was like, oh, I found the blanket in my son's car.
Oh yeah.
So I know that they're fucking. And I was like, we went on a picnic, but we didn't fuck outside. I promise you that. I'm not gonna tell you how it looked, but you know what I'm saying? Like
that's usually how it is at that age.
You're just curious. You think,
because you
how
used
it
to date
feels
under the rate, like on the. Like just around the family, like you guys were
like we were very young, and it was only like when.
But it was very strict too.
It was super strict.
Like his family,
it was
mommy,
super
like
strict.
Family was around.
Yeah,
his mom was there.
Yeah,
come over and
you guys had to like we all had to sleep in the living room.
Sleep in the living room. Yeah, we would all sleep over for like holidays or whatever.
So like they would see each other.
Yeah, we will only see each other during youth.
Yeah.
What is it called? What was it actually called?
Faith Fellows. Yeah, and it was called Faith Gen, like the little little teens and.
That was crazy.
Like
that was crazy.
Because like while the parents and everybody go to the other.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But it was a very childish relationship. Like it was very like kiddish. But that is the person that I lost my virginity.
It was kiddish, but she lost her virginity at 15. That's kiddish as fuck.
Childish.
Hey.
But yeah, like
done lost it.
So I said all that to say, like my mom, when instantly as soon as she found out, like she was like, listen, like. We gotta put you on birth control, like right.
Yeah,
she was like, we're not gonna have. My mom had.
I can't believe she didn't do that to us. I was
the one. Yeah, we did. I was the one that had to like go. You know when you're the first girl, so you have to go.
The eldest.
I had to go through like everything. Like I was the one that my mom was mad strict with me to go to parties and everything. And then when the twins was time to go for the party, mom was like, yeah. I'm like,
no, what?
No, mommy was still strict. She wouldn't allow us to have parties in the house.
Yeah, but everything was just easier. Like. Mm-hmm. Like it would just like come a little bit easier for the girls.
How do you feel about that? Like your parents being strict, like did that drive you to do,
sneaky stuff?
Sneaky.
The thing is, like, my mom could
jump out the window to go party.
And then we over here breaking each other's
my God,
to get back into the house. But yeah, as soon as I lost my virginity, like my mom instantly put me on birth control, and I was on birth control till I moved to college.
Yeah.
And then when I got to college, I had to change my birth control because I changed my insurance, and that birth control fucked me up.
That's why the second one
fucked me up. My first one, I felt like my experience with birth control, my first time around, I was using Trilenia, which I literally will never forget the brand or anything. It was a daily pill, and then a sugar pill, placebo pills for the last week. I literally remember my shit like crazy. And I really, really loved that brand. Like, shout out to Trilenia. Like, I love them so much. It kept my weight up. I had the best weight when I was on.
Your boobies were very
pricky. My boobs was lit.
Jen looked like she literally
looked like I had like a boob job, and everybody used to be like, "Oh my God, like I'm gonna take a picture and like that's what I'm gonna tell my doctor. Like I needed the reference, everything. Like, and I was really good. Like I didn't go into depression. I didn't get pimples. I didn't get anything. Like I felt really good, but it was only because it was through our pediatrics. The doctor that was our doctor since we were babies. Like, and she
was so dope.
She knew our bodies, like she knew us. She knew our blood type. She knew everything. That's like she knew how we would like our shots to be given to us. Like she knew everything about us. So I feel like that's why I really was good with that birth control. But then when I moved, I used to get my birth control from like this app, and it was like an app like they called My Pill or something like that. And they used to like deliver it to me. And I was like, oh, this is so convenient because I'm a college student. That shit fucked me up. I grew depressed. It was during the time that the whole the year 2017, which was like a crazy year.
That was a bad year.
That was a really bad year, and that was like the year that I was also on that birth control, and it was so bad. So I had like really good experience with my first birth control, but the second one I was like, I'm never gonna get on this again, and I haven't been on it since.
Yeah, I literally I remember telling you like get off that shit.
Yeah,
and I understand why women do get on it, like, but for me, I just don't like fucking up my body like that. Like, it's about like what you take in. Like, you have to take control over your body. Like, for me, like, I take control over my body. I watch what I eat. I'm very strict with my body, but I'd like to drink a lot, so I don't think like
They're too strict.
I'm very like, I don't know. Birth control was just never my like go-to.
Yeah, no,
like, I was just always
like,
protect
like,
myself.
we're never gonna get on birth control. They never did. Like, I was just me. My brother didn't believe in condoms, clearly. And then the twins didn't believe in birth control, and I was just there like, I'll do it. But the thing is, like, even when I was on birth control, it's not like I was like, oh yeah, like come at me, you know, like it wasn't like any of that. Because first of all, he's not about to fuck up my people.
Do you think men actually like, if they know that you're on birth control, they will come on you more, or?
1,000%. Like what? What?
They're gonna
bust into like 10 times.
So you don't think that sometimes like it's possible for you to get pregnant on birth control?
Oh, 1,000%. 1,000%. You could still what? Yes, there's been many
very low percentage, right? But I think so.
Low percentage, but there's been many women that still get pregnant off of birth.
So it's like, what's the point of taking it then?
Honestly, if that's a little bit more of a higher percentage to be on that shit.
I don't know. I just always felt like the condom was the last.
I feel like we do have so many options to like prevent getting pregnant and having an abortion. Like,
you do have that's like, the last option. Or this is one thing for me. I always knew myself. Like, I always knew that I don't have like the mental capacity to go through an abortion. Like, I know myself. Like, I'm a weak ass. Like, I would be super weak. Yeah. So I know I would have it, but I would, if I knew I wasn't capable of taking care of a kid, I would definitely like do adoption.
Damn.
Oh my God.
I don't think I could do that.
Yeah. If I wasn't capable,
like giving up my child.
If I wasn't capable of being a parent, before I do an abortion, I would do adoption 1,000%.
There was a video I saw on TikTok the other day, and it was a girl that I showed you.
I would not do adoption.
She walked in the restaurant, just handed her newborn baby. She was like a teenager.
Did you?
Just handed her newborn baby to this girl in a restaurant.
But that's what I'm saying.
And the girl in the restaurant literally was like, "Okay, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take the baby." Like, you know,
no, just leave the baby. Like, there's people that are like, "Yo, like maybe that girl can't even get pregnant herself," and there's people that are like, "Yeah, I need to take in everything." But you see what I'm trying to say? Like it's bizarre because you have to think about it. Like, she knew that she wasn't capable of taking care of that baby. So stay in the hospital, give birth to that baby, and be like, "Hey, I want to put my baby up for adoption." And then you can control who your baby goes to. You can look at the families. You can review their profiles. You can review their history, mental health, everything, and know that you're giving your baby to a good family. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, before I kill my baby, I will give my baby a better life if I know that better life is not going to be with me.
All right, I got a question. Like, you see how like sometimes like they say, "Oh, have an abortion before there's a heartbeat," right? Or whatever. Like, that's the only way you could get an abortion. How do you guys feel about that? Like, do you still feel like, "Oh, I didn't kill it," to be honest, like, because it doesn't have a heartbeat yet?
I would feel more comfortable. I would probably feel a little bit better about the situation, less guilty, because I'll just be like, okay, like, it's not, you know, it's not a life yet. But then there's people that are like, nah, it's already a life. Like, it's a life the second.
The ones that be waiting outside the abortion clinic with the sign
to kill you.
Oh my God, they really be angry, yo.
There's a lot of pro-life people out there. Like, it's,
But you know, like, it's hard though, like, because there's some people that really can't have babies, like, and it's just like, damn, like, that's kind of fucked up.
There's
like,
a lot of guilt. I feel like that definitely comes with this.
Speaking about
the choice.
Speaking about the people that can't have babies, that's low key a very sensitive topic for me, because I'm like, I was on birth control for so long that I don't even know if I don't know. And then also, I'm not gonna lie, like, I've been in serious relationships my whole entire life, and there's been times that I probably would be like, I don't even know how I'm not pregnant right now, type of times. Like, not even saying that I was like trying, but saying that like, yo, like, I didn't take a plan B that time, which I probably should have. But then I'm like, I didn't come out pregnant. But then I'm like, can I even really still have kids? Because birth control really does mess up
your cycle, everything.
System. Like, it messes everything up. Like, it changes your whole body, even when you go on it. So when you're on it, I got off of birth control in the year 2017. I just got a regular period. It is 2023. Like, I just started to feel cramps. I never felt cramps ever before, and I just started to feel cramps. Like, that, if you really think about that, like, time-wise, you're like, it took that many years.
Look at you.
18, 19, 20, 21,
Right, what the
22.
fuck?
Part of it.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I
I
have heavy
just started to
cramps.
feel cramps. I just started to get, like, super, like, it was all over the place. So I have a fear where I'm like, damn, like, who knows? Maybe when I am trying to try to have a baby, what if they tell me like, yo?
When would you?
Like,
what age do you guys think like you guys are ready to have like a baby?
I don't know. I can't really give myself a time.
We already spoke about this. Like, I mean, you want it? All right, listen. When it comes to planning, y'all know I'm done with the planning. Like, I'm not even gonna throw an age out there. I'm just gonna. If I feel comfortable enough, I will have a baby tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like, I feel like it's all about stability and like financial.
I'm thinking if I'm gonna plan, it's gonna be like in the next. I'm 30. When I'm 30, around that age, to be honest.
I think it just depends on like if you find the right person to have a baby with. The what?
There.
Girl, I'm turning 27 this year. Like, let's go. Like, I'm over this shit. Like, oh my God. Like,
Bro,
like,
I want the family.
Yes.
Yeah, like I want a big family.
I want a very stable.
Yeah, stability is important. Does, right? Everyone, yeah,
not everyone. No, some women want to be outside and like, you know.
Yo, now that you bring that up, I did. Where was that? Hold on, let me think back.
Honestly, I had no kids for these dusty ass and men. I'm not doing it.
No, but I did have a friend that was okay with being was okay with just having like a baby and not having no correlation with the father. Like, she was like, yo, I just want to pick like a person that looks good, whatever, and I just want to be a single mom.
I always like thought about that. Like,
I want to be a single mom. I would literally love to just get like a.
And yeah, like,
I want you to be involved. Okay.
Like, I mean, I always said like if my mom did it with 5 kids, I could do it with 1.
But like, no,
I could do it with 1.
I really want the whole.
But I want that. Like, I want
a family.
Like, you know, like, not that what I didn't have, but it's just like, I find it, period. I find it so beautiful, like, to see, like, I was just at the beach the other day, and I seen this beautiful family, like, just coming out of their car, like, it was 2 little girls, and the beautiful little family, and I was just like, yo, like, that's beautiful. Like, I want that.
Wait, what was that that shit that just came out with that guy, that football player, right? What happened with
basketball player?
He's a basketball player.
Zion Williamson.
I don't know about it either, but that's a good example.
Of the year at this point. Yeah, Zion Williamson. So I'll fill you guys in because I know a little bit more of the tea.
I don't really read the blogs.
Me either. I'm very.
I mean, when you're on a plane, you can't.
But generally, be putting.
I really don't care.
But wait,
I'd love to hear.
Wait, put us on.
Yeah. No, yeah, I'm gonna put y'all on. And for those that don't know, obviously Zion Williams is a pretty big NBA player. At least was for a little second. Until he got injured. And then he was off the court for a little bit. He only played about 20-some games this last season.
Who knows?
All right, I know a little bit too much. Yeah.
I was like, oh man, I don't know much, but
he is Social Security number. No, but basically what happened was he just did a baby announcement out of complete random. No one even knew that.
With his wife?
No,
with his girlfriend.
Okay.
He just had a baby announcement, and what had happened was, which I don't really think these men be taking into consideration. The side chick came out and was like, yo, I just let you spit in my mouth just a couple days ago. All on Twitter. That's the story right there. She's, I believe she's a stripper and she does OnlyFans. Yeah.
Wait, she has an OnlyFans?
Yeah, so
how do you guys feel about OnlyFans though, low-key?
Nah, we'll get on that. But yeah. But like, so he basically just had a baby. I'll keep it short. He basically just did a baby announcement in a baby shower, gender reveal, whatever it was. And the side chick, who's a porn star, came out and was like, yo,
that's so heartbreaking.
Like, we literally were just fucking. You was about to fly me out to New Orleans. We was about to live there. She's showing text messages. Not text, but like Snapchat, which childish. Like, well, I guess on Snapchat.
But you know, wait,
man, sleep.
Yeah,
sleeping.
Like, yo, and he literally like this. It was late at night while she's plastering their business. Like, she went into detail. Like, this girl was talking about like, I was bent over this way, and you
what?
Was
That's doing
this
too much.
was doing this to me. But again, like, she's a porn star, guys.
Yeah.
Like, and first of all, also, I should do want to mention the grammar was so off. It was pissing me off. Like, I was like, I don't even understand how.
And now I gotta see this.
Or anybody could like be with someone and like, bro.
But then complain.
Like, pick and choose, and especially someone in such a like. You're being seen by a lot of people. Like, bro, y'all lives are forever gonna be public. As much.
I don't think they actually care.
They don't give a fuck. But
they wouldn't do it.
They don't care. But the thing is, like, you think I want my business out there like that? Like, the porn star was talking about, like, that's why you're fat. She's getting you fat. I was the one that told you it was going to be the next to LeBron. Like, you was going to be it was, like, a lot of chat. But it was just like, yo, like, yeah, she didn't know.
Her morals, obviously. Like, you going in, you have...
But did she know that she had a relationship?
She didn't know that he was in a relationship. He didn't tell her that.
She didn't know he was in a relationship.
So then she really doesn't have, like... But no, that's not her fault.
But he was gonna fly. Yeah. No, like, he literally told her, like, I want you to live in New Orleans, which is where the team that he's from. He's like,
but like the
public everything like that.
Of her, yeah, I just don't.
Kind of. But that's
I would never.
Like, why would you put yourself out there? Because at the end of the day,
to like include details like that, like
like that's not unnecessary. That's unnecessary.
No, and then it's also the fact that like
this girl's pregnant. Like, you're about to like really make her whole.
Oh yeah, that's what's so crazy to me. So he literally wrote to her and was like, when you move here, how much do you expect me to pay you a month? But I'm super, like, he literally wanted her to be there so he could like have a bitch like, just be on go.
But I'm super excited.
But I'm super excited for you to be here.
No way.
Like, but I'm super excited. But how much do you want me to pay you a month? But I'm super excited for this move.
Man, this.
And then all the time you find out,
single.
And you find out through the blogs that he has a whole baby on the way.
While she's pregnant, she's reading this shit.
Out to the girl that's pregnant. The girl.
Yeah.
1,000%.
Being publicly humiliated, like publicly humiliated.
How do you guys feel about like when you break up with someone or something happens between you and your significant other, whatever? Like going to the gram and spilling all the
I would never
bullshit. That's so childish.
I've had so much shit done to me. You would never know about it.
I don't even post.
Really not the same anymore.
No,
like,
it's
really
it's so lame.
It's a huge Twitter. Mm-hmm. It's like a huge Twitter with pictures.
Yeah, it's like a journal.
Because there's no reason for her to like have done that. It's kind of fucked. Like,
yeah,
and also
it's to her.
Yeah, and also you're putting yourself out there. Like, you look weak. Like, that's so whack. Like, why would you even do that? Like, you're announcing that this person literally, I would have taken that and been like, that.
I feel like just women gotta do better with each other. Like, women are so envious towards each other. And it's just so fucking weird. Like, we have to do better.
I think she's really directly like coming at him, but like
but still, you're not even caring about the other.
The woman who, like, the woman
consider her feelings.
If the roles were reversed, like if it was you that was pregnant, why are you trying to like take away from like, bro, announcing that you're pregnant is a beautiful thing.
It is.
Don't take that away from a woman just because you're mad that it had to be with him. Like, yo, that's his wrongdoing. Roll his phone. Do all that with him. Like, and also you're making yourself look bad at the end of the day too. You think I'm gonna go out and be like, wow, this person did this to me. Like, I look like the loser.
I don't even post.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, I'm not even the type of person to like repost like a sub. Like, I don't even. I just can't. Like, I don't need people in my business.
I don't think I ever give. And I mean, only one time, but like.
Or like on the close friends.
Like giving.
So like
close friends is different.
Like, you're literally giving it energy. Like.
Yeah.
I feel like Instagram should be seen as like a journal in a sense.
It should just be like a workplace or just like.
Being positive.
And then posting screenshots. How do you feel about people posting like screenshot conversations?
That's just not my vibe.
So high.
That is so high.
Childish.
But also keep in mind, guys, how old is this boy?
How old is he?
He's like 21, 22.
No way.
He's 22, 23, something like that.
But most basketball players are young and dumb.
22 years old. He's 22 years old.
And how old was the prostitute?
The prostitute, I believe she's in her 30s.
At that age, you're so young. You're just like doing stupid shit.
I think she's in her 30s.
Damn, man. I don't know.
But then again, I feel like that's regular, like, basketball culture. Like, with these ballers, they do tend to date women that are older.
Or not only that,
you know,
they tend to cheat. Like, they tend to...
You know why, though? Because they have it so easily. They get it so easily.
Pussy is so accessible to these men. It's not even fun.
Yeah.
Like, these men are on the road 24/7.
You can't even be mad at it,
like, you just have to know what you're signing up for. Sometimes you don't, but...
It's crazy.
But, you know, like...
he didn't make it known he had a girlfriend, right?
No, she didn't know. And the girl that he was fucking was 29. So, yeah.
Why is she mad that the little kid she's fucking with? Like, come on.
Well, also, babes, he's a basketball player.
Yeah.
Cut it out. And you're a porn star.
What do you guys actually feel like there's good basketball player men though? Like,
I'm good.
Honestly, no comment. No comment.
Let's change this, Abby.
Like, that is just... I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
Next topic.
For real. Like...
What will be our next topic?
I don't know. What else do we have in mind? What else are we talking about?
There was something else that we was.
Oh yeah, what was it? No, it was a point that we just brought up, and we're like, oh wait.
Stories.
Huh? Oh yeah, abortion stories. You said he was gonna. Yeah.
Yeah, I have. Well, I had. I wouldn't really say that person was like a friend or whatever, but like I knew of someone who like, was in a relationship and ended up, becoming pregnant. This was when we lived in 70. Was in a relationship, ended up becoming pregnant. I think y'all all know who I will talk about as soon as the story's over. And obviously like this person right away knew that they were going to get an abortion because they literally admitted like, nah, that man ain't shit, like whatever. Like they knew 1,000%. And I feel like for me, it was just like, why would you even get yourself to that point?
Yeah.
If you knew that man wasn't shit and you like was like, oh, I know if I was to come out pregnant with him, whatever.
Some women like that and ain't shit like guys. Some women like that. Like they like that.
Like, why go through a whole abortion for it?
Well, that's on her.
Like that for me.
What do you mean? Like she knew?
Like she was
pregnant?
Like she knew that he wasn't shit and they was fucking raw. She didn't believe in birth control.
And she knew she didn't want to have a baby by him.
And she knew she didn't want to have a baby by him. And she was just like, yeah, I'm gonna have an abortion. And I believe she had multiple.
No, I was gonna say something, but I mean, never mind.
I don't know. Like I said, to each everyone their own decision.
But I feel like when you're doing stuff like that, I feel like that's fucked up. Like when you're physically like, oh yeah, I could just have another abortion.
Yeah,
that's OD. Like
it's like
everybody's
and
their own
mistake. Like you're like, oh my god, like wow, like I'm pregnant. Wow, it's a mistake. But you're just literally like, oh yeah, like.
Man, I don't judge people and their decisions, but like that's kind of OD.
That's OD.
Yeah, some people don't mentally.
And then, oh my god, you remember when you
like it's a detachment.
And wait, so there's two different type of abortions, right? There's like a pill one, and there's one that actually
the extraction.
That supposedly the extraction one is the worst one because there is a higher possibility that you cannot get pregnant.
Yeah, because they're cutting stuff up. They're just chopping up. Like, I don't really think people understand like the mental. Like, think about that, guys. Like, honestly, also, if you don't even know what abortion is, like, if you really want to know a little bit more detail, look up the pill and also look up the extraction version of it, too. Like, the extraction version of it is
it's very mentally.
Extremely scarring. Like, I feel like, are you awake for that, I think?
I have no clue, bro.
I think sometimes you are awake for it. Like you have the option to be awake or they put you to sleep or whatever. But it's literally like them opening you up, going in there, and they're cutting apart everything and bringing it out.
So I want to hit a different topic if I could just like end that one.
Yeah.
I want to talk about like how do you guys feel about like physical abuse and like mental abuse, like women that go through that? Like what is your advice for women that stay in those relationships?
Don't.
I feel like it's hard to just be like, don't.
It's easier said than done for women that are so like I'm just blindly in love and think that's love.
I mean, can I say the reason why I say don't?
Yeah.
The reason why I say, and I'm gonna be super vulnerable right now, is because I was physically abused in a relationship.
Same.
And for me, it was something that came completely out of nowhere. It was something that I didn't know was gonna happen at all. And the same night it happened was the same night I left. So the reason why I say don't is because sometimes you have to know like that
enough is enough.
Enough is enough. Like sometimes you have to know like, whoa, that's a limit that I'm not even gonna ever let you cross or ever let you do again. I know that it's not something that, again, it's easier said than done, and I get it. There's women that have been in abusive relationships for a long time, a long period of time, and we've physically seen it ourselves. Like, but it's just like, for me, I think I'm grateful, not grateful for it happening to the people that I know, but I'm grateful for the fact that I had experiences seeing it before, because I knew how damaging that shit was to those women. And I knew that I didn't want that for myself. Mm-hmm. So
I feel like it's like,
that's why I did.
It's not easy to just be like, don't, because, or like to just get up and leave. Cause it's like, a lot of women aren't that strong.
Mm-hmm.
Like they can't just get up and leave. They probably can't take care of themselves. They don't, like they build so much. To them it's like, oh, we built so much. We have so much history. We have this house. We have all this,
the kids
together, the kids, or whatever situation the woman is in. Like we've seen it our whole lives with like our families, like our moms, like our aunts, and like it's not easy for them to get up and leave. Like it's not like, oh, just get up and leave. Like I remember growing up and be like, why do you deal with this shit?
Yeah,
like, mom or aunt or whoever. And bro, it's like it's so much into it. Like it's literally us.
No, it's definitely a lot. Yeah.
If she leaves, where are we gonna go? Oh, 5 kids or whatever. Like our aunts too. Like they have all these responsibilities or whatever. I don't know. I feel like definitely like they need support. It's always like you need support. You need a very good support system. Like people that care for you and like they're gonna help you do that. But
it's crazy that like men actually think that they still consider themselves as men after doing that. Like when I had that happen to me, you know, I didn't tell anybody for like a while because I was very like, I felt so like, cause we went through it at the same time.
Yeah.
And, I was hiding the fact that I went through it, like, but I was giving Jen advice on like, you know, you're so strong, like you left, like this and that. And I was still in the relationship trying to fight and make it work. And it was just like, the reason what made me like actually like move on from it was telling my family. Like,
but what made you stay and not say anything? What was it? You're protecting him?
I was protecting him and myself. Like I didn't want to be judged.
I didn't want to be judged.
I didn't want to be judged.
And you also like were like still wanting to work.
Yeah, I wanted to work.
It usually is like women still want to make it work with that person. Like, they love that person. Like
it was just the attachment. Like I felt like it was just like
attachment.
Yeah, and it wasn't love. Like and then like realizing that now, I'm like, that shit was not love, bro.
That can't be love.
And like so yeah, and then once I realized that, because you know I got into therapy and everything like that, and like, you know, she was telling me certain things, and the last time I had therapy with her, she was just like, she told me some shit, and then she made me write it.
That therapist.
Yeah, I did. She made me write it down and everything, and she was like, "Act like you're gonna write him a letter." After that, bro, I was like, I told my whole family everything. She made me burn the letter though, but I told everybody everything, and I was like, I could never go back. Like I could never even like want somebody like that ever in my life. Like,
would you say like when Korak told us, like, would you say that you were shocked?
I feel like you can see someone's abusive,
or like when I told you that,
and my mom would be like, "What's these bruises?" And I'm like,
shocked. Like knowing the person and how abusive they are in a mental, like in a verbal way, and like how aggressive they show themselves. Like when they don't care who they're in front of too. Like they show those aggressions. Like you can know someone is being physically abused. Like
yeah, you can.
I like,
you can see like the flinch, the body language,
like,
the body
how
language.
aggressive they get when they're arguing with you, and no matter who's in front of them, like that shows already. Like, either it hasn't happened yet or it's going to happen. Like I feel like I'm always because we grew up seeing it in our own household. So like I feel like I always was able to tell, but I didn't know entirely. Like I think I wasn't shocked entirely. Like, oh,
I was definitely shocked.
Like, it's just so crazy. Like,
no, you could like.
It's the manipulation after it too. Like
something.
Yeah.
But I figured like, damn, you could have kept that to yourself.
I did.
But I know why.
And you know what's crazy? It was the manipulation after from him. Like, oh, like I love you, and like I'm a man. Like, what do you expect? You're a man.
That line.
And it was the manipulation with his family as well, because his family knew, you know, and it was just like, damn. Realizing it now, I was like, fuck. Like, nobody cared. Like, nobody actually cared from his side or him himself. Like, gaslighting. That's actually what it really was. And it was just like, you know, it took me a long time. Yeah. Because I still tried to, like, you know, even after moving on or like with my life or whatever, I still try like, yo, you know, just tapping in like, oh, like how you been? But like now I'm like, ugh, I hate that about myself.
You really have to
do that.
Yeah, and that's how our mom feels now too. Like once you really come out of that and you're like, there's no longer that like attachment to that abuse. That's when you really start to see like, what the fuck? Like you're like, bro, ew. Like you're disgusted with yourself even for allowing that. 1,000%. Like, cause that's the same thing with me. Like,
honestly,
I was over it.
To young girls or whoever's watching, like, even if a man, like men get physically abused.
Oh yeah, and mentally abused.
Like mentally, physically too.
Yeah.
Like to throw the
whole Johnny Depp thing. Like
I've seen it. It's just I don't know. Like just that's not love. Like if you think someone loves you and you feel like, no, we love each other. He said he'll never do it again, or whatever the case may be.
And crying and all of that bullshit. Don't believe it, girls.
That shit is not love. No one that actually loves you, that's not love. Like,
and you're not a man. I'm sorry, you're not a man.
Yeah, that does not make you a man.
When you actually have someone love you, you'll see like the huge difference. Love is so beautiful, and that shit is not love. I promise.
What about like when you guys are giving advice to a friend that's like extremely stubborn and doesn't want to hear none of that shit?
Honestly, sometimes you just have to support the person. At the end of the day, like you could give your advice and try your best to make them see. Because when you're in love, you're blinded.
Yeah, you really are.
You just have to be supportive.
Or you just become that person that you're dating.
I feel like leaving. It's like she's so dumb. Like she's gonna stay by his side. Like and like stop fucking with someone that like is going through that. I feel like that's also like a very fucked up thing. I think you should just keep supporting that person.
Or just always be there for them when they go through those times.
Yeah. I remember the night that it happened with me, I only had one person I could call. Like
I remember we ran
to get me, like these girls, I lived 2 hours away from the twins.
New York at the time.
And I lived by like Atlantic City. Like I was literally like 15, 20 minutes. And I lived at the tip of fucking Jersey. And I literally told these girls the next morning, because I had to think about it. I'm not going to lie. Like, I'll be honest with you guys. Like, the night that it happened, I was so in shock. Like, I was so like, did that really just happen to me? And I obviously left the apartment the same second it happened. I left. I was wet. Like, my hair.
You sent me pictures. I was like,
drenched,
what the fuck?
Because this man literally, like, threw me in the fucking tub. Like,
oh, my God.
You know? So I was just like, okay, I was wet. I was soaking. But I literally looked like that movie where the girl has the pig blood all over her and she's, like, walking in the street. Like, that's how I looked in my complex. I was literally running. Like, I was like, I cannot be here. And I only had one person I could call because I was like, I'm not going to call you at the middle of the night.
Oh, it wasn't that.
No, she told us the next day, I think.
I told him the next day. It was one of my good friends, Sarah, and I would literally never forget that she did this for me. Like, I will always hold this girl, like, down for the rest of my life. Like, that is something, like, she lived 45 minutes away from me. She was like, I'm 10 minutes away right now. That was literally God. Like, this girl literally lived 45 minutes from me. She was like, I'm 10 minutes from your house. I'm coming to get you right now. Pack all your shit. I packed a little overnight bag. She picked me up and we left. And I cried and I cried and I cried. And I even told myself, I was like, I can't believe, like, I told that man's parents, them niggas didn't give a fuck. I told everything.
They never care.
And I like,
because they probably usually, the dad probably hits his mom.
Yeah, it's usually always something like that. Like, it's a norm, you know?
It's usually what you see growing up. I don't know. It's so deep.
Like, so, I got picked up by my friend. I slept over her house and I literally cried the whole night. And I was like, I need to go. Mind you, I had a great job. The apartment was my apartment, my furniture, my stuff, my food, my money being spent, and I left that shit all behind. And I literally was like, you know what? Like, I'm gonna call my family, I'm gonna call my job, and I'm gonna tell them I'm never coming back in. And it was December 3rd.
I remember
it was
a safe
call.
Yo, I called these girls up and I was like, guys, I need to tell you something.
Mom, like, I need your car keys and I'm going. We're gonna pick up
pulled up in,
I hit 90 on the gas. I was like,
yeah, they pulled up in like 30 minutes, like. And it was so crazy.
We went out to eat. That's what we took her out to eat
that night. Yeah, that night.
It was that same.
We did this
because it was the night.
It was the same night. Yeah, like.
And we literally, it was.
We went to.
You were so strong.
Yeah, it was very.
You were so strong because you did not cry about it after that.
Yeah.
Like you did not, and we went out and we started just enjoying life. We were so happy because Jen came back to New York.
That was like what made me go back to New York. Everybody was always dying for me to go back to New York. Leave Jersey. There's no life there. There's no life there. And I literally, like, that was like, I feel like, as sad as it may sound, I really feel like that had to happen because Lord knows I would have never left New Jersey. I would have stood there and I would have
probably ended up marrying this guy.
Probably would have, because
it was given that.
Literally what it was. And yeah, but life after that has been nothing but great. Honestly, like I was very grateful. Like honestly, the only reason I healed was because I was with my sisters. Like it was because I had them, and that's one thing I will forever.
That's why it's so important to have like your people,
to have good people,
good support system, like
is what helps. Yeah,
or anything, but like.
Or they do have sisters,
but like a therapist, something you need
something. It's not something you could do alone.
I think everybody needs a therapist though. Like
1,000%.
They're just like they understand like your traumas, and they make you see those that side of you. Like, cause you be like, oh, why the fuck do I go after these shitty men? And it's because like you're daddy is more internal, like stuff like that, and I think that's why
growing up, but you feel like that's like
normal,
or like what's okay, and like also having those toxic families that are like you gotta
like you don't know
he's good at this, like he's not a bad person because he did that, no
and it's crazy because like even after I went through that, like I realized that I was like not matured but healed from that like trauma, obviously, because I literally still was like, I forgive you, like no matter what, I forgive you.
So what do you guys think like is?
But I'm like, I can't be with you, like
right.
Wait,
what?
Nothing.
Okay, Coral, since you are like the top reader in our family, and you're all about like self-care and self-health and everything like that, like what would you say, if any, like were there any books or anything that you would recommend to people like to read or kind of get into, like journaling maybe, or anything that you guys
journaling
think
definitely
would help?
Journaling helped, reading helped. My therapist actually gave me this book called It's Not Me, and it talks about like just 3 different people that had these different traumatic experiences in their life, and how they overcame those experiences, or how they healed from it. You know what I mean? Because healing is it's a long process. It will always is exactly, and so it's never gonna go away. But it's just tools that you need, and that's why I always say like having a therapist is very needed, because like it's just it's gonna be a forever thing that you battle with. Like trauma. But it's just having those tools to help you get through it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, when you're having like anxiety, or like you're angry, right? Like you go in and have a cold shower, or you just put cold water in your face, or you journal, or you go to the gym. Like those certain tools.
That's your thing.
I think my thing has always been journaling. I've been journaling since I was like in high school. Like, I always like to write. Like writing. Yeah. Like writing was my favorite like class. Like I loved writing, so I always used it as like either writing my story like of my life. Like I would find these cool journals that were like the story of my life, and like you write things of like from like whenever you start writing, so
like prompted journals and stuff.
It was like always I always journaled, and like I travel a lot. I started traveling at a very young age, so I'll go far places. So it's like I'll spend 17 hours on a flight or whatever time, and like just spend my time writing my experiences in life, or what I'm going through, what I'm feeling. Or if I just had a fight with a boyfriend, instead of telling him some mean shit, I would write it in a journal, or like whatever. Like,
do you journal now still? Instead of telling people mean shit?
No, I don't think like if I'm on a flight, no, I kind of, that's the thing, is that when I do stop, like I don't read.
But you see how when you stop back, you get right back habit.
Yeah, mean to people, saying your thoughts to people instead of like writing it down. Like
and if you have to block that person, or just like you have to do it. Like you just have to block, because honestly, like with me, if I didn't block these like that ex of mine that did that shit, like I would probably still like have communication with him, which is not would have been healthy at all. Yeah. But like I'm also like, when you mentioned like the whole books thing, I am reading currently a book called You Are a Badass, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I've been like addicted to it, and it's also about like just realizing like what you're here for, and like self-love and like all of that shit, like, and I think that's a book that I recommend anybody to read, to be honest. And I like it. And I also journal while I read, so I could go back to my journal and like, oh, what did I get from these pages? Oh, this was like the highlight of that page. Yeah, and so I could always stick to that.
So fired.
It's so
it is.
You just talk your shit on there. Like, I don't care. I'll be writing crazy shit on there.
I mean,
Like, I love my journals. Like, my journals are like...
don't read my
Oh my God, I remember. Oh my God, Maria. Journal? No.
I remember I lost the journal.
I would never touch.
I will never touch anybody's shit, period.
I've been around so many people's journals, and I would never open up someone's journal because it's like that's like so
Private.
Read my journal. I'm like, you're such a fucking clown. Like,
It's so
like,
weird.
that's so weird.
my shit around you.
Yeah, like that's
no
weird.
trust though.
No trust.
I will never live with them, man.
Shit, I had someone go through my iPad and everything, and I'm like, damn, that's like kind of the same shit.
Because I crossed the line of reading someone's text messages before, but like a journal, but like
Nah, I don't like.
Not my phone, but my journal. Like privacy and
Nah, don't go through none of my shit.
nobody's it.
And if you are gonna ask me to go through your shit, now I have to ask for yours because
so it's like now you know like my business from like 9 years. Like,
yeah.
but whatever, I don't care. Like that's my form of therapy. I never really had to like the tool of going to a therapist or like that luxury, but journaling is definitely top. Like you could buy a $5 book in like Target.
But therapy could be a lot of shit, like gym.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say.
Walks, hikes, meditating, praying.
Therapy for me was
talking to God. He could be a therapist.
I feel like what helped me heal so much was going outside.
Yeah.
Going outside.
I mean, it's fun.
Like we was in New York and we was having
a blast.
Freaking time in New York after all that shit happened that I literally was like, what happened?
What?
Yeah, just while we were friends.
I think that was my happiest. Like
that was
fun time.
That was such a fun time.
Together for real.
And we were heavy on YouTube. Like we were
after I left for college. Like that was such a fun time. So that was my healing experience. Like I was like, I did a little bit of journaling, 1,000%, of course. How I journal is like I'm always on my notes. Like I'm always because that's just like how I like do it. Like suppose someone could be talking to me, I'm just there like when we argue and fight, I'll be on my notes like these fucking bitches. That's like
and we do argue a lot
there, and then you don't,
and then I don't say it to the person because then it's like when we do say it to each other, we're like, all right, like that was just a little bit fucked up. Like
I feel like we're, and that's the thing though. Like I want to kind of like, and that's the shit about anger, man. Like you really do become a whole different person, and I know I'm very different from how I used to be, but I do still like my anger gets the best of me sometimes, and I say like the worst shit to like just anybody.
And you don't even be meaning it, like.
And I really and I wake up the next day and I'm like, or when I'm like cooled down, I'm like, fuck, why would I say that? And then I hate to like go back and apologize. And
now I like gotta do it.
Now it's just like
I feel like with us, it don't be like.
No,
like,
we don't even
like apologize. We just be like, yo, so you trying to go to the store? We be like, yo, like Chipotle, like.
So we're gonna go out tonight.
We should go out tonight. It's boring.
Yeah.
You wanna go for this walk? Like, I think that's just
because we grew up doing.
Yeah.
Like,
or we'll be like, oh, this is cute.
Sorry, it's not that we're
like we just like, oh, you look cute.
Like, and also I feel like the worst thing too is like when Angie goes away. Because Angie's like our little brat. Like she's like our little.
She's the cutest little brat though.
And when she goes away, we be so bored.
We're like, all right, we missed her.
We be like, yo.
I'm a big ass fight, and then I'll be like, I'm so happy I'm leaving tomorrow. And then like when I'm gone,
she'll be like,
we miss you. I'm like,
or when she's on her way to her flight, she's like, I love you guys.
Yeah, she'll be like, I don't want to say
nice to each other sometimes. We'll like text each other and be like, okay, but guys, we're sisters. Like,
but we just be dying because it's like, bitch, please. We just shoot each other up.
But we don't stay in it for long.
No, not even for an hour. We get over it.
Yeah, we don't. There's definitely been times though, like where we, like, you know, we've gone a long time without talking. Like there's been times where we've gone lots of, but I feel like we're really past that. Because we noticed and we realized that like we don't have anything else in this life but loyalty with family. Like there's a lot of people that, you know, we went a lot of years without talking to a lot of our siblings, a lot of our mom, like, you know, and now we're finally getting to like a really good space with our mom, you know, like we're at a very healthy space. I know there's a lot of people that be hearing us arguing and shit in the room right now, but it's just like our neighbor, but it's like, you know, like it's all love, and honestly, I don't think anyone.
What's the tea?
Yeah, you be like, oh, they went out today. Like, oh, But there's nothing better in life than having like really genuine good people in your life. Like I don't think I would ever been able to get through anything that I've been through without my sisters at all. Like I'm telling you, my healing was because of them. 1,000%.
Literally, like, are each other's best friends.
Yeah, we are.
That's also why we don't fuck with bitches.
It is the best. Literally, we have a lot of friends, but it's different.
It's like
not a lot. It's probably a handful
together. We like this. That's why it's so important for us to like when we fight, it's to be like, all right, like
that's it. Like we gotta know when to cut it off because
like we're sisters. Yeah, we have to have each other's back.
Yeah. So that's important, honestly, for everyone's healing process. Like to have good people around you, make sure that you're, you know, putting in that work to actually heal, and don't just brush it off and be like too outside and too like whatever, trying to like cover it all up. You have to have those nights where you're crying. We had many of those nights in the apartment in Jerome, like where we would literally be on shrooms. You remember that night we would be on shrooms and we would
oh my god, I love you. I love shrooms.
See, and like kill you every day. And then you have an addictive personality. Please try not to drink.
Oh yes, please.
Yeah. I think shrooms is very healing though.
Shrooms is very.
But I don't think everybody's mentally prepared for that though. No?
Yeah, not for everyone.
It's not for everybody.
Like, or whatever fucking drugs that anyone does. Like, trauma makes you do the dumbest shit. Like, I feel like when you're in pain, you have to heal first. Like I've got like drinking was like my thing, and like that shit brings out the worst in me. So like just another thing is like
drinking definitely takes the worst.
Be outside, like activity, go hiking,
go
walk your dog,
plane, like with your friends.
Yeah.
And also if you had pets,
jump off a plane, fuck it, like, kill yourself. No, just kidding.
Like do the, but you know what I mean?
I'm joking.
Like jump off a plane like in a fun way. Like
yeah. Skydiving.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Yes, now it's jump off a plane.
Yo.
I do something a little crazy.
It's jokes. It's all jokes.
Break a leg, like
go on a trip. Go do some horseback riding, some shit.
We need to take a trip.
Or go for walks. That's one thing we did a lot. Like, you know, when the ones ain't there to go take a trip, go anything. Like, we used to walk
everywhere,
miles, blocks and blocks and blocks and blocks, and just really clear your mind.
And we got a puppy.
And we got Azul. You have pets, you're set. And that's really why we got Azul.
Yeah, because we were depressed.
And he's literally like
a monster.
He's a monster.
He's literally what do we call him?
He's Stitch.
Stitch from Stitch.
Yeah,
he's just like him. Just like that.
He's definitely a good support.
But he's the reason why,
you know when you're crying.
Oh my God, I remember he used to come to us and
comfort zone, yeah.
He is the sweetest little boy, but he's just a la.
He is a rascal.
Yeah, but he's our son. But yeah, if you guys have pets, if you guys have friends, if you guys have good people around you, honestly, also work. Y'all know that's one thing that also is very healing.
You gotta stay busy.
Stay busy. Get your money up. Take on those hobbies. Do something. Like, remember, like being depressed and taking that time to like just feel those feelings. It is okay, but don't stay in that. Like, get yourself out of that. Like, go and build something. Go
build yourself
for yourself. Yeah, like become a bad bitch. Like, you feel me?
And you do not need a man to make you feel.
Yes, you really
that's
don't.
Definitely
Trust.
It goes for men too, though.
Yes.
If you're also going through shit like this, it's both.
Vice versa.
Like that too.
And also, I do want to mention, because I feel like a lot of the people that we talk to on Instagram, especially our girlies, like we always have a lot of girls hit us up.
Mm-hmm. Mainly girls.
Talk to about these topics.
COVID,
yes, all the time. That was the time that we literally would talk to a lot of.
We had so much like free time, and we were really on IG more. Like now, I feel like we're very late.
IG.
But if you guys ever need anyone to talk to,
shouldn't be
or anything,
I want to get back on there.
Y'all could always hit me up.
Yeah, definitely.
I literally will always answer. I'm not that lit. Like, I don't got to
I'm very bad at that. But
yeah, wrap it up.
Thank you guys for watching.
Thanks for having me, Loki. This is not my podcast.
No, it's
your podcast. She's just never around. But yeah, of course, we're so happy that you guys came. Thanks to our production.
Yes. Love you guys. But yeah, that was very vulnerable.
That was a very vulnerable time. We really hope you guys connected with us. We enjoy being honest. We enjoy being very see-through with you guys and just being here, knowing that, it doesn't matter how lit you may seem or how cool people may seem or how pretty girls are, whatever, like we all go
or how perfect your life might seem in Angie. It's not usually like that. Like mine, I go through shit all the time.
We all going through the same shit.
Yeah.
We all are on the same type of time and we can all heal together. So yeah, thank you guys for joining us on our podcast type shit, and we'll see you guys for the next one.
Bye.